Imagine a place where the air is so cold it can freeze your lungs in minutes. A place hidden behind a curtain of eternal white fog. Welcome to Yakutsk, Siberia, the coldest city on Earth. Right now, the temperature is dropping to a bone-crushing -80 degrees Fahrenheit. Here, your breath doesn't just disappear, it turns into ice crystals instantly. Locals call it the whisper of the stars because you can actually hear your breath freezing. Stand outside for just 10 minutes and your eyelashes turn into heavy icicles. Your skin begins to sting as if thousands of needles are poking you. Physics works differently here. Throw boiling water into the air, it doesn't fall as water. It explodes into snow before it hits the ground. Hang a wet t-shirt outside, in 60 seconds it's not just dry, it's a frozen sculpture that you can break with a hammer. Even fruit becomes a weapon. This banana, it's now a hammer. This is everyday life for the 300,000 brave souls who live here. But why? Why do people live here? And more importantly, how do they possibly celebrate Christmas in a place that wants to kill you? To understand their Christmas, first you have to survive their winter. And survival here starts with simply getting here. Yakutsk is one of the most isolated cities in the world. You can fly in, but during winter, planes often can't land because the fog is too thick to see the runway. Or you can drive, but there are no bridges across the mighty Lena River. In summer, you take a ferry. In winter, you drive on the river. The ice becomes the highway. It's 5 feet thick, strong enough to hold massive 18-wheeler trucks carrying food and Christmas supplies. Once you enter the city, you notice something strange. Look at the gas pipes. They aren't buried underground like in the US. They are floating in the air. Why? Because the ground is permafrost. It is frozen solid for hundreds of meters down. If you bury hot pipes, they will melt the ice, the ground will collapse, and the pipes will burst. Even the buildings are on stilts. They are elevated 2 meters off the ground, so the heat from the building doesn't melt the frozen soil beneath it. And don't even think about buying a car unless you have a heated garage. If you park outside, you have to wrap your car in a blanket like a baby. And here's the craziest part. You never turn the engine off. From October to April, many cars run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you turn it off for just 15 minutes, the oil freezes into jelly. Your car is dead until spring. Every door in the city is double or triple layered. You enter one door, wait for it to close, and then open the next. It's like an airlock on a spaceship. When you finally step inside a warm building, your glasses fog up instantly. You're blind for 5 minutes until they warm up.
But the real action happens outside. Welcome to the coldest open-air market in the world. This is where locals buy their Christmas dinner. You won't see any refrigerators here. Nature provides the freezer. Look at these fish. They are displayed standing up, frozen hard as wood. Meat, berries, fish, everything is exposed to the -50-degree air. It's the ultimate fresh frozen guarantee. See these white blocks? That's not cheese, that is milk. They sell milk in solid frozen chunks. You don't pour milk here, you stack it. You take a block home, put it in a pot, and wait for it to turn back into liquid. It's bizarre, but efficient. The vendors stand here for 8 to 10 hours a day. How do they not freeze to death? It's all about what they wear. In the US, wearing real fur is controversial. In Yakutsk, it's a medical necessity. Synthetics fail at these temperatures. You need animal fur. These boots are called unti, made from reindeer legs. They cost about $400, a fortune here, but they can save your feet from amputation. Parents spend thousands of dollars to dress their kids. A full outfit here costs more than a car does in some countries. Despite the cost and the cold, the market is busy. People are preparing for the biggest holiday of the year. But here is the twist.
If you were an American tourist visiting on December 25th, you might be disappointed. The shops are open, people are working. There is no Santa. That's because Russia follows the Orthodox calendar. Christmas isn't until January 7th. But the big celebration? That's actually New Year's Eve. Right now, the city is transforming. Artists use chainsaws to carve the river ice into incredible crystal sculptures. These aren't just decorations, they are masterpieces that will last until April. The ice is so clear, it looks like glass. The main tree is up in Lenin Square. It stands tall against the gray sky, a beacon of hope in the darkness. But inside the homes, it's a different world. It's warm. It smells of pine and baking dough. While the world outside freezes at -60, the Yakut people are some of the warmest you will ever meet. But who brings the gifts? It's not Santa Claus, and he doesn't come alone. He brings a blue-coated friend and a raw fish dinner.
Meet Ded Moroz, Grandfather Frost. Unlike the American Santa who lives at the North Pole, Ded Moroz lives right here in Russia. He doesn't wear a short red suit. In -60 degrees, that would be suicide. He wears a long, thick coat, often in blue or silver, to blend in with the ice. And he doesn't fly in a sleigh with reindeer. He drives a troika, a carriage pulled by 3 powerful horses galloping through the tundra. He also doesn't work alone. He travels with his granddaughter, Snegurочка, the snow maiden. She helps him deliver gifts to the children. But Yakutia has another legend, a darker one. Meet Chishkhan, the Lord of Cold. He looks half human, half bull. Legend says his horns grow as winter gets colder. If his horns break, spring is coming. But right now, his horns are huge. Every year, the Russian Santa comes to Yakutsk to receive the symbol of cold from this bull lord. It's a ritual that officially starts winter across Russia. For the kids here, these aren't just stories, they are real. But for the adults, the real excitement isn't the gifts, it's the dinner.
Forget roast turkey or honey-glazed ham. In Yakutsk, the supreme holiday delicacy is raw, frozen fish. It's called Stroganina, literally meaning shavings. They take a river fish that was frozen alive and slice it into thin, curling ribbons. It's basically Siberian sashimi, but you don't eat it with soy sauce. You dip it in a mixture of salt and black pepper. It sounds crazy to eat ice-cold fish in freezing weather, right? But locals swear that it actually warms you up. The fish is so rich in fish oil and fat that it generates immediate body heat. It's pure fuel for survival. And of course, it pairs perfectly with the other way Russians stay warm, plenty of vodka. If fish isn't your thing, try the frozen raw horse liver. Yes, you heard that right. In Yakutia, cooking your food is optional. This diet is what kept their ancestors alive for centuries. It's not just food, it's history on a plate.
So, January 7th is the religious Christmas, but the party, the explosion of joy, that happens on New Year's Eve. People gather in the squares to perform the osuchai, a traditional circle dance. Hundreds of people moving as one, sharing body heat. They dance to thank the spirits of nature and to pray for the sun's return. Remember, they barely see the sun in winter. At midnight, the fireworks begin. But because of the ice fog, you don't see sharp sparks. You see massive glowing clouds of color.
It looks like a nebula in deep space, a surreal light show that you can't see anywhere else on the planet. At -50 degrees, your champagne might turn to slush before you finish the glass, but nobody cares. They stay out for 20, maybe 30 minutes tops. Then everyone rushes back inside to the warmth.
This is the true secret of Yakutsk. The cold outside forces people to be closer inside. In a place where the environment is an enemy, community is the only way to survive. The colder it gets outside, the warmer the hearts are inside. They don't live here despite the cold. They live here with the cold. They respect it. They celebrate it. So, would you dare to visit? Would you trade your turkey for frozen fish and your beach vacation for the ice fog? Let me know in the comments. And get your coats ready, because in the next video, we are going even further north to the global seed vault. If this video gave you the chills, hit that like button. Stay warm, and I'll see you in the next one.